Hello. So, if you follow me on Facebook, as you probably do, it's probably just Mika, maybe Jeremy, sometimes my mom watching, you know that it's been kind of an interesting week for me. I am in my new apartment, which, yes, looks a lot like my old one, but flipped, because before, the closet was on this side. So it's, I'm one door down from my old apartment. If you don't know what's going on, why am I in a new apartment? Well, we had 2 typhoons this week, 15 and 16. And Typhoon 16 did damage to my apartment. The roof had 4, boom, 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 4 holes, the size of a grapefruit, small grapefruit, large orange, that poked through. And, sorry, I'll tell you what I'm doing in a second. The poke through, so rain came in, and then the roof bubbled up. So my roof wasn't actually attached to my walls for a while there. Now, it's not as cool as you're probably picturing, but it does make the apartment unlivable right now. So, I had to move in with Valerie the past couple days. And, seriously, a couple days, it's been 2 days. And, I'm in my new apartment now. I was supposed to get a futon today, but the guy didn't show up, so they're going to try it again on Wednesday. So I'm just going to sleep on the floor tonight. So with that going on, which was extremely stressful, I also had a really bad ear infection. It started like last week, and then it was just kind of annoying, and then it got really bad. I woke up one morning going, oh, no. And I didn't want to go to the doctor the first day, but the second day I had to, which was also the day after the typhoon. And it got so bad that I really couldn't talk because my jaw was all swollen. And there was like, it bulged out. It went down my throat. And like during class, at the risk of too much information, but there's no such thing as too much information, pus was just oozing down my throat. It was really disgusting. So I'm in class like trying to sing to baby, like, yay, let's count. And like every time I moved my jaw, like little bits of it was like pus was squirting in my face. Really gross. So, after the typhoon hit my apartment, I spent with Valerie. The next morning, my manager drove me to a clinic/hospital. It said clinic, but she kept calling it a hospital. It was really small, so it was a clinic. And the doctor was like, "You've got an ear infection." I'm like, "Yeah, I got an ear infection." He's like, "Well, give me your arms." And I'm like, what's going on with my arms? He's like, look at my arms. He's like poking my arms. He started touching this. And you know what this is. This is a shot. And I was like, oh man, I don't like needles. But no, it wasn't a shot. It was an IV. I need a freaking IV. So they're like, go to the back room. Like, okay. So he's poking my arm. He's like, your veins are small. And all this coming through my manager because I don't speak Japanese. And I was really glad she came with me because I didn't know what was going on. He's like, your veins are small. And then he told the nurse to make me go run my arms under hot water because I'll open up the vein. And she ran my elbow and my hand in hot water. And then they dragged me to the back room. And I proceeded to bravely cry like a little girl. I'm really scared of needles. Bravely cried like a little girl in front of my boss. And I got the IV put in. And it made a bruise. Can you see? Yeah, you can see it. There's a bruise. So after the IV was over, I needed 2 bags of whatever it was, and it took like 2 hours, and it was funny because my manager was kind of pushing him, like 2 hours seems like a long time for an IV, right? So he's like, oh, I guess you're right, that is a long time. So he poked a little hole in the bag to make it go faster, so maybe it only took an hour and a half. Anyway, it was an IV, and I was just crying. And at one point, manager said, give me your hand. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, take these pills. And she handed me some pills, and I was like, oh, okay, well, which ones do I take right now? She's like, take all of them. I'm like, all of them? She's like, yeah, take all of them. I'm like, this is a lot of pills. So in case you're wondering what I was doing earlier, how do I move my hand? Let's count. Let's count pills. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Still 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have to take 10 pills at night, 11 pills in the morning, and a couple pills throughout the day. I'm taking 21, over 21. I'm taking a stupid amount of pills every day. So, here I go. I'm going to just chug some water in front of you. I can open water. All right, ready? Seems kind of excessive for an ear infection. Apparently, I had a really great ear infection. So, after sleeping in Valerie's apartment and getting an IV and taking a handful of pills, I went to work. And while I was at work, the district manager, I guess, is the best way I can think to describe her, showed up and she's like, "Oh, nice to meet you. Sorry about your apartment. I'm going to go help you move." I'm like, okay. And I thought she was going to, like, open the door and make sure the lights were here and say, "There you go, you're good, okay." Maybe, like, arrange the landlord to move the washer or something for me. But no, I came home from work. It's a little more involved in this, but pretty much I came home from work after work on Thursday, and I was moved. I still spent the night with Valerie the next night. I was just a little, I don't know, I was a little emotional, I guess, which I think reasonable. And tonight's my first night in my new apartment. I'm very excited to be here, in a way. I just have so much anxiety. I'm really stressed out because, I don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen. Like, some part of me is afraid that because I'm the tenant, I'm going to be held responsible and for the roof. Which I don't think is possible. But I don't know. It's a different country. I'm just gonna hope it all works out. Because there's nothing I can do about it. Another thing that's kind of annoying about the typhoon, and this part I'm also, I think it's more likely I'll be held accountable for it, was that I had laundry outside. I didn't understand the typhoon coming. Like, I did and I didn't. It didn't make sense. Okay, because also too, for the first typhoon we had, this is my third once I got here. For the first one, school was closed. And it was a no big deal. Like, there was some rain. I was like, really? We're going to close school for this? And for this typhoon 16, 15, 16, I don't know, whichever one it was, school wasn't closed. I was like, well, if we're not closing school, it must be even less major than the other one. But it was worse. So I had clothes outside, and they blew away. They were gone. Valerie had clothes outside, too, and a lot of our clothes were gone. When I was downstairs waiting for manager to pick me up with the doctor, I actually walked around the building a couple times and I found some clothes. I found a pair of my jeans. I found a sock. I found one pair of work pants. I found one of Valerie's tank tops. And Valerie's trash can lids. So I lost one pair of pants still. I lost probably a couple pairs of underwear. My blue pair. Which were nasty and scuzzy, and I'm really embarrassed actually that somewhere in Japan they're like, hey. So, anyway, I'm alive. I found some of my clothes. I went to the doctor. I'm much better. I can, like, touch my jaw, and I don't want to die. I have to go back to the clinic tomorrow. I've got to be there in like 8 hours and get another IV. I'm kind of hoping that maybe he'll, like, look at me and go, "Wow, you're doing so great," and say, "Never mind, you don't need the IV," which could happen, right? Could happen. So... what else? I guess on final thought here. Okay, let's get quasi-political. All right, go with me on this journey. Obamacare, that so many people are against. Having lived a portion of my adult years without health insurance and having to, like, do without, just like, oh, I'm sick, that sucks. And then coming here where there's, like, what I think Obamacare would be like, where it's not even as extreme as what I think we're trying to do in America, but just like the I guess it's government controlled, it's government health care, which I think is a fabulous idea. Went to the doctor. I got 7 prescriptions, 7 prescriptions, 2 IV fluids. It was $45. I can't even. My copay is $30 in America, and they don't cover shite. And the doctors are mean. and well, this doctor like was a little rough in the beginning, just like smacking my head around. Going, does this hurt? I'm like, yeah, it hurts like mofo. It's why I'm here. He knew what he was doing, and I'm just really glad because I've had so many doctors in America go, oh wow, I see you're having an asthma attack, but you've also got acne. Like, would you like some medicine for your acne? I'm like, shiny thing, eye on the ball, dude, eye on the ball. So, yeah, maybe health insurance for everyone is a really good idea. Just saying. All right, 11 minutes. That's not gonna fit on YouTube. See ya.